If you want a new you, there are two options in my view. And the one is to do shadow work, and the other option is to do a reality jump, almost, I want to call it. A new you in an instant. And that is the one that I want to discuss in this video. Have you ever felt that you want to change yourself? You want to become a new you. Or maybe you want to heal yourself. You know, many of us have problems from the past, and you want to get past it, and you want to be a new you. You want to be a fresh new you and create a beautiful life for yourself. And then you start to speak to people, and they will say to you, you know, you need to go to this healer, or you must go for shadow work, and you know, I've got no problem with that. But there is an alternative way, at least for some of us. If we can change our past, we can change who we are now. Okay? So if we do shadow work, where you go into your past, you look for all your pain and reasons, and you fix that, then it will result in a new you. Okay? Because your past is changing, all that pain is being healed, and you are changing. Now, I love that, but boom, I have another way. Instead of walking around your entire life looking for yourself, trying to find yourself, trying to delve through all the pain from the past and looking at your father did this to you and your mother did this to you, things like that, I have a lot of sympathy for that, and I have a lot of respect for that. But you know, there is another way of looking at this, and just to say, I'm not going to try and find myself here. I'm going to recreate myself. You know, people go all their life looking for themselves, and they never find it, and they die. They actually die not having found themselves, and they go to all these therapies and things to fix the past. And honestly, you know, I'm not saying don't fix the past. I know many broken people that really need to go there and need to go and heal, but there are a lot of us that really, I believe, should rather look in, create a new you. You don't need to go and find yourself. You don't have time. We're running out of time here. Now you go on these courses to go find your pain and deal with it. Rather, just recreate a new you. You're not acting to be a new person. You recreate a new person from the center of your being. But for that, you need to be mature. You need to be aware of the fact that you don't have time to waste. You have to be aware of the fact that you need to raise your standards. You cannot carry on expecting a good life while you're living substandard life. We have to raise the bar when it comes to who we hang out with, the type of people that we hang out with, the type of things we keep ourselves busy with, you know, hanging on to our pain from the past, trying to blame others for our past. Many people were involved in hurting us in the past, but honestly, some of them have already moved on to the next life, you know, and we're still hanging on to these things. Anger, fear. If you take responsibility for your own happiness, that is the key in my view. If you take responsibility for your own happiness, you cannot afford to waste a single second on your past. As far as I'm concerned, if you really care about who you are and where you're going, if your past wasn't good and you're still digging there and scratching and causing wounds to open, yes, we can do shadow work, but really, you can either go through all of that and then change, or you can just say, I don't have time to waste. I'm changing, you know. But for that, you need a certain level of maturity. You need a certain level of discipline and responsibility for your own life. And a lot of awareness. You know, it's easy to, I found that people who went through lots of pain in their childhoods, I have seen where people will get triggered by a current event, and they literally, in front of my eyes, become a child. And that's difficult. I'm not sure how easy it is for a person like that to let go of their past. You know, it might be better for them to do the shadow work, but it's a lifetime that you're spending on all this healing, when you can just say, enough, you stole my life from me. But now I'm old enough to take charge of my own life. And I'm dropping you. I'm dropping the whole story from beginning to here till today. Boom, gone. The story is gone. I'm starting a new life. That's it. I'm creating my own new past. But for that, you have to be desperate. You have to be serious. You have to understand what you're dealing with. You're wasting your life. You're letting those people that harmed you in the past still harm you and destroy your future. You cannot afford it. But it takes, like I said, a certain amount of courage now. Because it has happened that a lot of us who have been hurt in the past does blame others, does use it as an excuse for our actions, does use it as a way to become a child again and not take responsibility, and hoping that someone else will do it for us, hoping that someone else will do the hard work for us. That's a point where you reach that you say, I'm ready to take responsibility fully for my life. And once you reach that, no one can stop you. Now, how do we do that? We are energy beings. We can argue it, we can deny it, but we are energy beings. And we vibrate at a certain frequency. Okay? And a lot of us have heard, the terms of there's no self. Okay? That's important. But I'm not going to go into that because it can become complicated for many. All I'm trying to say is there's no static self. You can recreate yourself. So, how can you today recreate a new you? Okay? Well, a simple method. I'm sure there's many better methods that will take a little bit more understanding and more time. I'll share an easy way with you and a fun way. So you take a piece of paper and a pen. You imagine the best version of yourself. I'm talking about on the physical plane, even like you can say, I want lots of money and I want 10 yachts and whatever. I want a beautiful husband or wife and 20 kids. You imagine the ultimate thing for yourself. And then imagine it and feel inside your body. How do you feel when that ultimate reality has come true for you? Or maybe you want your health back, How would I be if I'm healthy? You feel it in your bones. You feel that nice feeling of, oh, I'm healthy and I'm free from sickness, And you really feel it deeply and try to memorize that feeling. Try to remember how it feels. It's a feeling in your body, not thoughts. It's a feeling. But you use your thoughts, like I want a nice car or I want a nice house, that kind of stuff, and you feel the feeling in your body. Okay? Now, you memorize that feeling. Then you write down, if I had all those things, who would I be? And I'm not talking about I'll be the prime minister or I'll be this. You write down, I'll be confident, I'll be happy, I would feel lightness in my being, I would feel positive, I would feel inspired, I would feel creative, I would feel beautiful, I would feel grateful, I would feel love, I would feel trust, I would feel centered, I would feel abundant, I would feel healthy. You can have all these little things that you write down. How would you feel inside your body in the morning when you wake up, when you're that person, that new person? And I suggest you put it on the wall, write it in nice colors, beautiful letters, and put it on your wall and try to memorize them maybe, or try to make them a part of you and become that person. Stop worrying about the car and the money and the house. Focus on those traits, okay? You embody them. So how you embody them? Every morning before I get out of bed, I would 3 times, I have memorized mine, I would 3 times in the morning say those words and feel each one. And I would revisit that energetic feeling, that vibration, that feeling that you had in your body when you felt that amazing feeling. You bring that into you say those words in your mind. I'm this, happy, grateful, love, trusting, and you go through those and you embody it. You start to embody it. During the day you can walk and you think of those words that you've written down, and maybe you can say, okay, I'm none of those things. I'm going to take the first one. I'm a happy person. And you start to become a happy person. Initially you can act happy, You don't have to be happy. You can just act happy. And you will start to see how life starts to change around you, and you'll become happy, you know? All these little things that you start to embody. And once you embody them, you become that person. It is an alternative way to change your life very quickly.